All right, man, talk to talk. Let me clear my throat. Ow! Have mercy, man. I do. I used to hate that song. I hated that song. Yeah, it's crazy. I hated all of those club songs. Time for the percolator. Like what the hell is a percolator? What is a percolator anyway? Anybody know what a percolator is? I don't know. All right, man. So look, this episode is gonna be funny. That's all I'm gonna say. And it's every mistake Drake made from the beginning all the way to the end, and it's gonna be pretty interesting. So before I get into that, I got to get a legendary spill. This is Torture Talk. If you like the content, please consider subscribing. If you're new here, let me work for your subscriptions today. All the beautiful, single, sexy ladies put one in the chat. All the fellas, you know to find the ones that just don't harass them. I don't sell no merch, but I do have content. Absolutely free, but if you want to leave a donation, link is in the description. Cash App, no more PayPal. They call me the Hidden Gem. I went from 1,300 subscribers over 13, 14, 15, 16. And yes, I am the king of the north. Let me know what kingdom you from. So let's get to it, man. Let's do it. It's going to be a goodie. All right, man. So let's get it, man. Let's go.
We about to do a deep dive into every mistake that Drake made in his battle with Kendrick Lamar that inevitably, well, I can't say inevitably, indubitably, fuck, led to his downfall. And it dates back to August 2013 when Kendrick Lamar drops his solo hit with no features, Control. Because there wasn't nobody else on that song. Because I don't know who the hell is Big C and. And
that goes for Jamaica, Big Crit Wale, Pusha T, Meek Mills, A$AP Rocky, Drake.
Kendrick Lamar dissed a variety of rappers, including Drake, and this is how Drake responded in interviews to come.
In working your way up and sort of building relationships, I wouldn't expect you to like throw all the relationships out the door for the sake of, like I said, being like the talk of the internet for 10 days. And
that's when you should have known right there that this dude, right there, when he said that, that's when you should have known he wasn't hip hop. Right there. 100% should have known he wasn't hip hop. Right there.
And, it's like now this, like everyone's going to forget about, people don't even care about it anymore.
So true.
But now, especially this week, it's like, yeah, okay, moving on. Like, I don't know if it was worth it.
Don't worry, here's another one.
He's giving people like moments, like that verse was a moment to talk about. Are you listening to it now at this point in time? Okay. And then, but it was real cool for like, a couple weeks. But like, if I asked you, for example, like, how does that verse start?
Elliot was looking at him like, you really out here talking crazy. Yo, look at Elliot Wilson's face. Bro, look at his face.
This point in time? Okay. And then, but it was real cool for like.
He like, bro, you just don't know yet. Oh my God.
A couple weeks. But like, if I asked you, for example, like, how does that verse start? No, do you remember? I know that verse had no malice behind it because I saw him 5 days later at the VMAs and it was all love. I almost wish he had come in there on that shit because I kind of lost like a little respect for the sentiment of the verse. If it's really fuck everybody, then it needs to be fuck everybody. It just can't be halfway for the sake of the people. But you know what I'm saying? Like, for real, that's just how I feel.
And another.
Bro. Yo, this is he tried to, like, instead of him getting in the booth and doing something, he went up there, he did that, and that right there, bro, that would have really pissed me off. That would have really pissed me off.
People still banging it, man. Where is Drake at with Control?
I'm probably like as done as like the rest of the world is with that record. Like I think it came and it went, you know what I mean? And not to discredit it, like it was a good moment, but at the end of the day, it's just like, it was like one of those sort of like fleeting like Twitter frenzies that like it was cool for what it was, you know, and I'm just into making, like, my thing is, like, I like lasting power, you know, that's my thing. I want you to still be listening to this album in the summer or, you know, next year, where I want this to stay in your car, stay on your mind.
Your first mistake was 11 years ago, antagonizing Kendrick Lamar, making it known in your interviews that he has nothing that was long lasting. What was the point in you dissing somebody for a moment on Twitter? Do you remember how the verse start? No one knows this song anymore. No one raps about this song anymore. I'm here for long-lasting effects. Kendrick Lamar don't have long-lasting effects. What's the point of you dissing me and then slapping it up? I don't think it's real. I don't think it's authentic. If you want to diss me, stand on it. Be a tough guy. These are all the things that you said 11 years ago, and Kendrick Lamar was back there taking notes. Kendrick Lamar was taking notes of what you said 10 years ago. This is how he responded to all of your interviews.
Into the industry have wanted me assassinated. You either corny or an opportunist.
Kendrick Lamar 11 years ago said you either corny.
You either corny or opportunist. And nothing's been the same. A lot of y'all didn't even catch that. Because this came out after Nothing's Been the Same. Nothing's been the same since he dropped Control. Tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes.
Corny or opportunist. Remember those two words. Corny and opportunist. These two words will be the downfall of Drake from years to come.
Yeah, and nothing been the same since they dropped Control and tucked the sensitive rapper back in his pajama clothes. Ha ha, joke's on you. High five. I'm bulletproof.
Aha! Joke's on you. Nothing was the same when he dropped Control, and it's crazy because nothing was the same 11 years later. Drake, you don't understand every mistake you made years ago that led to your downfall. Kendrick Lamar was tired of you using status to be a reason why you wouldn't respond to him. So what did Kendrick Lamar do? Kendrick Lamar got in the hyperbolic time chamber, and if you know what the hyperbolic time chamber do, he got in there for 1 day, and 1 day equals 1 year in real time. So he was in that Drake for like 11 days. Fast forward 10 years, Kendrick Lamar goes on tour, and what does Drake do? Drake disses Kendrick Lamar while he's on tour with first-person shooter.
Biggest what? Biggest the Super Bowl.
Another mistake. Another mistake. Big is the Super Bowl. Drake. But here you go, giving Kendrick Lamar ideas. He is living the life that you wanted. Kendrick Lamar started living the life that you wanted. Every time you mention something, Kendrick Lamar did it for you. Another mistake. We'll get into that.
Who you bitches really rooting for? Like a kid that had bad from January to November, nigga, it's just you and Cole.
Another mistake. You only mentioned you and Cole was being the GOAT of hip hop. You and Cole was the GOAT of hip hop, and what did Kendrick Lamar do to you and Cole?
That was crazy. Like, do you know that he has a problem with Kendrick? When you know for a fact that J. Cole said that you and him and Kendrick was the 3 GOATs or whatever. Is it K. Dot, Aubrey, or me? And right now I'm feeling like Muhammad Ali. You know that line, right? But Drake is like, no, it's just me and Cole. Bruh. Oh my God.
Another mistake. Let's continue.
Is it K. Dot, is it Aubrey or me? We the big 3 like we started a league.
Another mistake. You a terrible friend for letting J. Cole get on here and talk about some big 3 nonsense. And that inevitably, why is that a part of the English language? Just tell me how, if y'all can say it, let me know in the comments. Another mistake. That big 3 bar ended up being the death of J. Cole. You a terrible person, a terrible friend. Continue.
When I was 19, she called my number, leave her hanging, she got dry clean.
Another mistake. And Drake probably didn't peep it, and even I didn't peep it, but I found out that Kendrick Lamar was antagonizing you in that Not Like Us video in the beginning. Because for some reason, he made sure to copy your same movements and first-person shooter in that hallway. And I was like, damn.
Yo. That's a reach, but that's a funny reach. Actually, I don't know if it's a reach. That's actually pretty good. That's a good reach. If it's a reach, that's a good reach. Bro. Yo, that is funny as hell.
Kung Fu Kenny. He can't even do a dance move in the hallway. And you said no. Another mistake. Let's continue.
She got an Android of messages, it's lime green. I search one name and end up seeing 20 teens.
Another mistake. Is he saying teens? Is he saying teens? I searched up and I seen 20 teens. It sounds like teens to me. Is he saying teens or tens? He needed to have more clarification on his vocals or something. It sounds like teens to me. Another mistake. And you know why it's a mistake? Because only teens have androids anyways. Only teenagers had that.
He said 20 teens. I said that to my boy. I'm like, did he say teens or tings? You know how they be saying 20 teens. Like, I searched my phone and I seen 20 teens. 20 teens. 20 teens. Oh my God.
Mistake after mistake. Teens and lime green. Mistakes.
I told Jimmy Jam I use a Grammy as a doorstop.
Another mistake. Dissing the Grammys. Another mistake. Continue.
It's gonna be repeated. What the fuck, bro? I want away from Michael, nigga. Beat it, nigga.
Another mistake. You want away from Michael, Nick, beat it. Another mistake. Yeah, you probably got your one hit from first person shooter, but did you know the drought that you about to go through of all of 2024 not having a #1 hit ever again, going in the battle with Kendrick Lamar? Did you know that you wasn't gonna get a #1 hit ever again of all of 2024? You was one away from Michael, Nick, beat it, and you stayed there. Also, the correlation with you considering yourself as Michael. I know I'm about to piss off a lot of Michael Jackson fans. But it's just so odd to me that the same allegations with Michael Jackson is the same allegation that Drake gets as well. It's a connection with Michael and Drake.
Yo, that's listen, I'm not sitting here telling you that Michael Jackson did anything to children. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying that's crazy that he would make that connection. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I get it. You love Mike. Everybody loves Mike. And I'm sorry to all the Michael Jackson fans. I'm sorry, but 2,000 kids, over 2,000 kids at Neverland is a lot of children.
Bruh, hold up.
He loves Mike, and I'm sorry to all the Michael Jackson fans. I'm sorry, but 2,000 kids, over 2,000 kids at Neverland.
Bruh. Ooh-wee, boy.
What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Ooh-wee. Ooh. Shh, don't say nothing.
It's a lot of children. Over 2,000 kids at Neverland is a lot of children. I'm sorry, I'm gonna move on. And since you had the nerve to diss Kendrick on his tour, guess what Kendrick did to you?
The last one is better. Say it's a lot of goofies with a check.
It's a lot of goofies with a check. And that dates back 11 years ago when Kendrick said you either corny or an opportunist. Boy, Kendrick Lamar know how to hold a grudge.
You either corny or an opportunist. I let you eat, now go back to church and steal crackers at communion.
But we cannot forget the iconic
Motherfuck the big three. Nigga, it's just big me. Nigga, bum.
he did J. Cole foul. I don't know why he's still pretending. I know exactly what Kendrick Lamar meant. You let J. Cole get on your song and say that big three crap, and now I had to kill J. Cole. You did your friend wrong, Drake. But let's not also forget
I'm really like that. And your best work is a light pack. Nigga, Prince outlived Mike Jack. Nigga, bum.
and I thought that was so powerful how Kendrick Lamar is painting this beautiful picture for us, how Kendrick Lamar is Prince and Michael Jackson is...
Yeah, first person shooter is fire, man. Not first person shooter. I'm bugging like that. I did that on purpose. Like that is fire, bro. That verse is crazy. That might be one of his best verses. Not even on something like just the impact of it. I think like that reminds me of Control. That is one of those verses that it shook time. We still talking about Control from 2011, 2010, 2011, and now we're talking about like that. Yeah, it's like that.
Drake, man versus machine, culture versus commercial, the person that don't get accused of wild accusations and the person that doesn't have a ghostwriter compared to the guy that has the biggest hits. Somebody else writing a song. The biggest hits. Somebody else is writing a song. Thriller is not yours, Mike. Thriller! It's not yours? But I gotta hear the beautiful fans, my beautiful supporters saying that, you know, songwriter, Michael Jackson was a pop star. All pop stars have songwriters. Why not Prince then? Why Prince writing all his own material? The megastars get all the help, the fame, the money, the views. Let's push this person to the top while the person of culture who has to do it all by himself, get it out the mud, does not get the viewership and the resources as he should. It's a beautiful picture that Kendrick Lamar is painting. Let's continue. Somewhere in this battle, J. Cole apologizes and actually builds a fence around his house. Not because he's scared or worried about trespassers, but he doesn't like his own furniture in his house. He'd rather sit on the fence instead. So he wanted to be most peaceful. Drake responds.
Oh my God, bro. Bro's... Yo.
To Kendrick, April 19th with push-ups. Another mistake. Responding.
Top, so you drop it, give me 50 like some push-ups. Hood, your last one brick.
Mistake. Your last one bricked. Your last one bricked. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers bricked. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers had 295,000 units sold the first week. Drake's latest album, Some Sexy Songs For You, had 246,000 units sold the first week. So if the last one bricked, if his bricked, then yours must have airballed.
They make excuses for you cause they hate to see me lit. Pull your contract cause we gotta see the split.
Another mistake! Pull your contract cause we gotta see the split. I didn't know how damaging this was. I didn't know how serious Drake was when he wanted to pull Kendrick's contract because he the one that had it in the lawsuit. You wanted to pull Kendrick Lamar's contract in the lawsuit. Are we?
That's a fact. You literally was out here. You literally out here asking for Kendrick Lamar's contract. But you said it in the song, bro. He really want to see it too. This is crazy.
Not seeing how all the mistakes that Drake is making is actually coming true as well. They're actually going against Drake. Every mistake that Drake's make, every song or every word that he says, it goes against Drake. And this is the downfall of Drake, I'm telling you.
You ain't in no big three. SZA got you wiped down. Travis got you wiped down. Savage got you wiped down.
Another mistake. Terrible friend again. You keep doing those names drops. You said Travis got him wiped down, and you said Savage got him wiped down. We're not going to talk about SZA, because SZA, we know what SZA did. Travis and Savage got Kendrick Lamar wiped down. Sorry that you're a horrible friend, Drake, because Travis and Savage couldn't write no more hits after Kendrick Lamar dropped. Kendrick Lamar took up the whole year. So Travis and Savage was also in that J. Cole situation where they couldn't do no more hits. Kendrick Lamar took up all the year, and all those name drops didn't do nothing for that year. All that name dropping, they didn't do nothing. But we can continue.
Next visit, ayy. I be with some bodyguards like Whitney.
Another mistake. And I thought you learned from your last mistake in your battle with Pusha T that you just should not mention nobody's wife.
I told you keep.
Yeah, I don't understand why he does that. And I got an episode coming up about that. Where he if they break down why he messes with all these women, these guys' wives, or you know, talks about their wives. I think that he thinks that like I think Drake thinks that when he go after people's family, their wives, their girlfriends, or whatever, I think he thinks that really hurts people because it probably happens to him. Somebody probably took his girlfriend when he was younger, and now he thinks that that's the most hurt you can give somebody.
Playing with my name and I'ma let it ring on you like Virginia Williams.
Don't mention Whitney, don't mention Virginia, but it's another mistake. You mention a wife and you lose that battle. You mention a wife and you lose that battle. You mentioning somebody's wife is like Omarion, Bow Wow, and Trey Songz going on tour. Nothing good could come out of it.
You don't roll deep to this, is not fucking deep enough. Begging Kai not, boy, you not fucking beating us.
Another mistake. Mentioning Kai Cenat, knowing that Kai is compromised. Kai-promised. Knowing that he's Kai-promised and he's pro-Drake. Mentioning Kai Cenat in anything is a mistake. Continue.
Numbers wise, I'm out of here, you not fucking creeping up.
Sorry, another mistake. And this is one of the big mistakes. This is a big mistake. Number-wise, I'm out of here. You not freaking creeping up. This is one of the biggest mistakes out of all of them. Number-wise, I'm out of here. You not freaking creeping up. But let the video continue. We'll get into that one.
This ain't even everything I know, don't wake the demon up.
Another mistake, you lied! You keep lying. This ain't everything I know to wake the demon up. I was happy. I heard that. I said, oh, what kind of dirt that you got on Kendrick? Backfired. Everything that you said, the name drops, the numbers, you got more info. Everything that you said, everything, it backfired, and it's just terrible that you didn't see your own spiral. Let's continue.
Yeah, drop.
I lied. The number-wise, I'm out of here is probably like the third biggest mistake. I'm trying to think of them right now. This one, the first biggest mistake. Drop.
Yeah, that gotta be one of the biggest mistakes. You telling that man to drop, and then when he do drop, oh my God, bro.
This is one of the biggest mistakes of the whole battle. I lied. I'm sorry, people. He said drop. 4 times. 4 times in unison. Drop. What Kendrick do? Listen. That's all he did. All Kendrick Lamar did this whole battle was listen. Super Bowl, I'm listening. You want to talk about numbers? I'm listening. You want to talk about me dropping? I'm listening. You said drop 4 times. What did Kendrick do? Drop Euphoria. Drop 616 in LA. Drop Meet the Grams. Drop Not Like Us. I did what you said. Drake, mistake. You saw me drop 4 times. I did it for you. Let's continue. You made so many mistakes that you actually started working for steak. You made so many mistakes that you started working for steak. And your steak
Oh my God. Yo, that was classic. Oh my God, bro.
That's it. Stop there. What you do? Drop Taylor Made.
What is Canadian light skin dot? We need to know the baby West Coast victory, man.
Another mistake. You let Tupac come from his grave and deliver Dot a message. You let Tupac give Kendrick Lamar the blueprint on how to destroy you. He wanted a no-debated West Coast victory. I didn't say it. You didn't say it. Tupac said it. Tupac told Kendrick, I want a no-debated West Coast victory. Another mistake of putting Tupac on your dang song.
Call him a bitch for me. Talk about him liking young girls as a gift for me.
Another mistake. Tupac just singing to the choir. Tupac got out of his grave to jump on Drake's song so he can give Kendrick Lamar the blueprint. He said, please, Kendrick, talk about him liking little girls. That's a gift from me. And Kendrick Lamar said, I got you. You want the gift? I got you. What kind of present you want? What kind of wrapping paper do you need? You let Tupac get on your song and give Kendrick Lamar the blueprint how to destroy you. Mistake. Continue.
You supposed to be the boogeyman. Go do what you do.
Tupac, you are singing. Tupac is singing, rapping, all that. You supposed to be the boogeyman. Do what you do. Kendrick Lamar said, all right, Tupac, I got you.
Yo, bruh, this is crazy because when you listen to Taylor Made Freestyle and Drake obviously is the AI version of Tupac. He's really telling Kendrick how to beat him. And Kendrick did everything he told him, bro. That is crazy. Oh my God.
Another mistake. Why you let Tupac get on this song and make such beautiful music to Kendrick to kill you? The boogeyman is coming. Continue.
Nothing left to say. I just pass it to Snoop.
Yes, yo.
Another mistake. Having Snoop Dogg on your song, knowing he is also compromised and pro Drake.
Snoop posted tailor made. I prayed it was the edibles. I couldn't believe it. It was only right for me to let it go.
Feel like you kind of removed. You trying to let this shit die down. Nah.
Nah. Another mistake. Nah. Are you even in the booth? You trying to let it die?
Yo, I swear, Drake, I swear to you, I know that Drake probably listening to Taylor Made Freestyle, and he's like, bruh, why did I do that? Why did I do this song? Damn.
Now? Nah. Drop. Nah. Huh? How many mistakes? Because when Kendrick Lamar put the pedal to the metal and he started going full throttle, what did you do? I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic, but that's a mistake. Antagonizing Kendrick Lamar to keep dropping and act like he's not in the feud. You acting like you're not in the feud. You need to get in the feud, and that's what Kendrick Lamar did. That's what he do. Continue. Kendrick Lamar drops Euphoria April 30th, 11 days after Push-Ups and Taylor Made. I'm not going to get into too many lyrics of Kendrick Lamar. This is a Drake video, but I do want to pinpoint that Euphoria also had things that dated back 10 years ago that had some ties together.
Well, I calculate you, not as calculated. I can even predict your angle.
He calculate you, not calculated. And man, was he not wrong. Kendrick Lamar knew every move you make, every step you take, every move you make. Kendrick Lamar knew every one of it. You were predictable.
I definitely would say that. When he did that beginning of Euphoria, I knew he was going to turn up. But I said to myself, yeah, this is a smoke session right here. Because when he said the superpowers get neutralized, I can only watch in silence, that was it for me. I said, yeah, it's over, bro. He's dead. He's done. Drake's done, bro. Drake's done. Just the way he started the verse. I said, because I knew he wasn't going to rap like that the whole time. But just the way he started that verse, yeah, I said he's done, bro. Superpowers get neutralized. I can only watch in silence. The famous actors we once knew, looking paranoid, now spiraling. You're moving just like a degenerate. Every antic is feeling distasteful. While calculated, you're not a calculated. I can even predict your angles. Fabricating stories on the family front, because you heard Mr. Morale. He literally said that before he dropped Family Matters. I could even predict your angles. Fabricated stories on the family front, because you heard Mr. Morale. He literally said that on the Hard Part 6. Bro, like, come on, man. Yo.
You were readable. You were foreseeable. You made it obvious, everything, every angle, every date. You made it obvious for Kendrick Lamar to know everything about you, and he killed you for it. Continue.
The very first time I shot me a Drake, the homie had told me to aim it this way. I didn't point down enough. Today I show you I learned from those mistakes.
That shot me a Drake bar. I think that bar predates the 10 to 11 years ago, way back then when he had Drop Control and he did the BET ciphers. And here goes Drake in these interviews saying that was a moment. That was a moment. You only gonna be known for 5 days. Nobody gonna even remember your bars. I don't like this. I thought that shot me a Drake bar was massive, because what Kendrick said, hey, when I shot at you the first time, you treated it like it was nothing. I had to learn. I had to learn my stuff. I had to rank up. I had to up my rank. I had to adapt. This time I'm going to shoot at you. I bet you can't dodge this bullet. The first time I shot at you, you ignored it. You made it seem like it was nothing. It was a moment. You used your status to belittle me. I upped my rank, gathered all my information. This time, I ain't pointing down enough. I'm going to shoot right for the head now. I think that bar was...
Headshot of the year. Walk around like that punk. Bro, he told the man he got to walk around like that punk, bro. That punk. Yo, that's crazy, bro. Oh my God.
It's massive. I ain't pointing down enough. Today, I tell you, I learned from those mistakes. Kendrick Lamar learned from his mistakes, Drake, but you didn't. Continue.
We ain't gotta get personal. This a friendly fade. You should keep it that way. I know some shit about niggas that make gonna wanna look like a saint.
Another mistake. No need to get personal. It's a friendly fade. Keep it that way. He knows some stuff that made Gunna wanna look like a saint. And Drake,
Yo, that's crazy. We don't have to keep it personal. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to make it personal. Let's keep it friendly. You know what I'm saying? Basically tell him like, look, bro, let's just rap. Let's just make good music. He told him this, and Drake did not listen. He said, though, you should keep it that way, bro. I know some shit that made Gunna want to look like a saint, bro. Like, I know some shit, bro. Like, I mean, just chill. Let's say. But he knew Drake wasn't going to do that. He knew he wasn't going to.
You read it all wrong. Kendrick Lamar baited you. He baited you and you fell for it. He predicted every single angle. You made mistake after mistake, and it was foreseeable, and Kendrick Lamar knew everything.
Let's see, have you ever thought that OVO is working for me?
Kendrick Lamar dropped 616 in LA May 3rd, telling you that people from your camp is working for me. He's using the divide and conquer tactic. He was war ready. He used everything. He made you feel like you were paranoid. He predicted all your angles. He was calculated. He knew exactly what you was going to do. He baited you. He baited you, and this is the breadcrumbs to prove it. You dropped Family Matters May 3rd, and you thought this was going to be the end-all, be-all, the big bang, the ending of the battle, and more. Whoa! You couldn't be more wrong with this mistake.
Maybe in this song, you shouldn't start by saying,
Nigga, I said it.
Another mistake. Stop saying nigga. My bad. Something just cringeworthy. It ain't gotta be that deep, I guess. Stop saying nigga, Drake. That's a mistake. Continue.
You know who really bang except my nigga YG.
Mistake. The name drops. You've been name dropping a lot of people during this battle, and it's like almost all of your name drops backfired on you. We'll continue.
And nigga Cole losing sleep on this, it ain't me.
Another mistake, because not only are you a terrible friend, because you the reason why Cole was losing sleep on this. You the sole.
Bar was funny though. I ain't gonna lie. That was funny. Cole losing sleep, nigga. It ain't me. Yo, that's funny as hell. That's so funny, bro. That's funny. Nigga Cole losing sleep, nigga. It ain't me. Oh my God.
Reason why Cole loses sleep on this. Kendrick Lamar, the boogeyman, made sure that you could never sleep again. Kendrick Lamar made sure that you could never sleep again. Another mistake. Let's continue.
Better have some paperwork or that shit fake tea. Can't be rapping about no ratting that we can't read.
Another mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Another mistake. Can we please find the bar, the lyric that Kendrick Lamar said that accused Drake of being a snitch, that Drake may have had any type of indication of being called a snitch. He tried to predict what Kendrick Lamar was doing, and he failed every step of the way. Everything backfired. Kendrick Lamar said, I know some things that make Gunna wanna look like a saint. That does not mean he's calling Drake a snitch. That means that the stuff I got on Drake is worse than being considered a snitch. The stuff I have for Drake is worse than what they call.
Explain to my boy. He was like, "Oh, you trying to call him a snitch?" I'm like, "Bro, no, he's not. He's basically saying I know him, not." He said if he was to tell, that means he would be snitching on Drake. But he's saying I know some shit that make Gunna want to look like a saint. He ain't saying that Drake's a snitch. Like, how do you get that out of that? I don't understand it.
Gunna wanna. Why did Drake start telling on himself, assuming that Kendrick Lamar meant he was a snitch or a rat? Can't be rapping about no rapping if he can't read. Oh, okay. I want to talk about that. I had other things to talk about. Another mistake. Continue.
Tell them say cheese. We could have left the kids out of this. Don't blame me.
Another mistake. We are gonna blame you. Could let the kids out of it. Could let the wife out of it. You didn't. You didn't leave the wife out of it. Now we didn't leave the kids out of it. We are gonna blame you. He wanted a friendly fade. Should have kept it that way. You didn't listen. You didn't learn from your mistakes like how Kendrick did. Continue.
I heard that one of them little kids might be day free.
Another mistake. This right here. Holding that note right here. Holding that free. Another mistake. Because all you did was give Kendrick Lamar information. All you did was give Kendrick Lamar ideas. Every lyric, every name drop, everything that you said, it backfired on you. And I'm just trying to understand, do you know how many mistakes that you made that made this battle no debate, non-negotiable? Continue.
Shake that ass, bitch. Hands on your knees.
Another mistake. Anything that gotta do with Sexy Red, Bruno Mars, is a mistake. But in any type of,
I guess because he was trying to say, tell Whitney to let that pussy breathe. Like, yeah, shake that ass for Drake. Shake that ass. Like, come on, bro. Why would you put that bar in there? I don't know. That was kind of trash.
Sexy Red song against Kendrick Lamar, I already knew this battle's over with. When I saw this part right here, I knew the battle's over with, mentioning Sexy Red in this. Mistake. Continue.
Now shake that ass for free. Yeah. We're not that kind of free. I'm talking about my nigga Dave.
Yeah, he said shake that ass for free. So now you telling Whitney to shake her ass a day. Like, come on, bro. Cut it out.
Another mistake. Why are you explaining your bars? It's annoying. It's annoying that you feel like you have to freaking pander to your audience. You got to make sure everything's ABC. We got the bar. Shake that ass for free. We got it. You're not saying actual free like no money. You're saying free like Dave free, because you already said Dave free. And you said shake that butt for free. You literally said it right after Dave free. So it was easy to understand that you made it correlate to Dave free and not free as in no money. But here goes Drake thinking that bar went over somebody's head. Now I'm going to explain my bar. Well, not for free. Talking about my Dave. I'm like, yo, this is why Kendrick Lamar is different. Kendrick Lamar makes us have to think.
Oh, this is great. I love this.
Drake wants us to get it right then and there. It's simple. It's pacified. We want to get it right then and now, where Kendrick Lamar makes us have to think and makes us wonder and ponder and give him all different type of entendres. He makes us give him more than he's probably giving us. Kendrick Lamar does a good job at letting his audience try to pinpoint is he saying more. He might not be saying more all the time, but it's like not past the imagination that he might be saying more. And he gives us the opportunity to think for him. Whereas the Drake wants us to understand it right here and now. He's explaining simple bars. Can't stand it. Continue.
Almost started reaching for my ways.
Another mistake. You crushed the Voyager. You crushed the Good Kid, Mad City fan. Another mistake. Because what did Kendrick Lamar do?
Riding in my GNX with Anita Baker in the tape deck.
He said, all right, cool. I can't get that Voyager. Now I'm about to ride in my GNX. We'll continue.
Yo, what the fuck I heard Rick drop, nigga talking something about a nose job, nigga owes him.
Another mistake. Me personally, my own opinion. Another mistake. You have one job, Drake. I get it that all the irrelevant extras started dissing you, but who's at the top? Who was the big three? It was allegedly it was Cole, Drake, and Kendrick Lamar. So all the little extras at the bottom taking their little shots, all the Futures, the Metros, the Weekends, the Rick Ross, the freaking ASAP Rockies, you already addressed enough in push-ups. I gave you a pass.
That's a fact. I don't see why you would even address them in this joint. The verse is fire, but like it just didn't make sense. It didn't make sense to me.
This video was 7 minutes long, and you had a whole middle segment of addressing all the haters again. If you just ignore the extras and just focused on Kendrick, which Kendrick did to you, it was all for you. Focus on Kendrick, his wife, his kids, his lifestyle, however you want to paint it. Just go at Kendrick. Cut the head of the snake. Cut the head of the snake, everything else dies. If you cut the tail, Rick Ross, ASAP Rocky, Future, tail grow back. You should have just focused all your energy on Kendrick Lamar. You already did one song addressing everybody with the 20v1 and push-ups. Get that out of the way. Now you should be more direct, but you took your time out to address Kendrick in the first, then address him in the last, and address all your haters in the middle. That was a big mistake that led to your downfall as well. Let's keep going.
Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone go hand him a Grammy right now.
Another mistake. Oh my God. You came at the Grammys in first person shooter. You say Kendrick opened his mouth. Somebody give him a Grammy right now. Did you foresee the future, Drake? Did you foresee the future that it wasn't just a Grammy? It was.
Yeah, that's crazy that he would say that, and then this guy would. Yeah, that was crazy. And then Kendrick get all these Grammys. Like, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody go grab him a Grammy right now. Yeah, he got a whole lot of those.
A plethora of Grammys that dedicated to killing you. Oh my God, just mistake after mistake after mistake.
The chord is probably A minor.
Cease and desist is for hoes. Can't listen to lies that come out of your mouth.
And you gotta be the biggest hoe. Another mistake. A cease and desist are for hoes. Lawsuit Lawbry. A cease and desist are for hoes. People, do we understand that everything that Drake said, every lyric, every moment, every angle, every name, it backfired on him. Every single name.
Yo, it's so crazy that he said that. It's so crazy that he said a cease and desist for hoes, and then he goes and tries to literally sue this man for a diss track, sue the company for a diss track. That's crazy, man.
From the Grammys to the name dropping to the freaking Tupac ring, another mistake. You put Tupac on the song, he told Kendrick how to kill you, a mistake, and now you got his ring. Big mistake. Give Kendrick Tupac ring. Give Tupac his ring back, Drake. Another mistake. That ring is cursed. That ring did not help you in no way. Give Kendrick Tupac ring. Another mistake. Everything you did, whether it was the angles or the name dropping, or you saying that you got more money, you say you got more views, number-wise it can't catch up to you. The pedal allegations, you saying that cease and desist are for hoe, every single thing that you said, it backfired on you. It boomeranged back to you. I'ma just continue.
This shit gotta be over by now for anyone out here that's calling it right. You're dead.
Mistake! It's over by now for anybody that's calling it right. Mistake after mistake after mistake. You thought
anybody that's calling it right. So he's like, bro, if you see I lost, you calling it wrong. Yo, come on, bro.
If this was the end all, be all, huh, Drake? You thought there's no way Kendrick Lamar is coming back with this. I done dropped 3 songs. I done dropped Push-Ups. I done dropped Tailor Made. I done dropped Family Matters. I done dropped 3 songs. I was prepared for Kendrick. Another mistake. You were predictable. You wasn't prepared, Drake. You was predictable. And Kendrick Lamar knew every move you made. You dropped Push-Ups on Friday. You also dropped Tailor Made on Friday. Kendrick Lamar baited you. And he dropped 616 in LA on Friday. Knowing that somebody like you, who is not calculated, who is not prepared, who loves to be omnipresent, who tells the world when he about to drop because you texted Kai Cenat.
Drake has just texted me. Stay on stream.
You told everybody your move. You were so predictable what you do. You got baited. You dropped on Friday. And what Kendrick do? He stepped on it. He dropped right after you on Friday. Meet the Grams stepped on Family Matters. It stepped all over. We didn't get...
You know the crazy thing is, too? A lot of people was upset at Kendrick because he did that. It's like, yo, niggas is like, yo, man, that's fucked up. Why he didn't let him, yo, he should have let it go at least a day, bro. He didn't have to do that. He didn't have to step on his jaw like that, bro. That's crazy. Why would he do that, bro? Like, yo, people was upset. I'm talking like, they was really mad that Kendrick dropped that song right away because they was like, oh, man, like, you was asking him to drop, and that's what happened. It's crazy.
Time to even break down the lyrics of this song because Meet the Grams came out and he stepped on it. And there goes that mold that he was talking about. That 616 in LA, that mold it looked so crazy that he had a rebuttal for the titles. You had Family Matters, he had Meet the Grams. In Meet the Gram, he is talking to your family. He is talking to your family and Meet the Grams. You had Family Matters, and Kendrick Lamar started talking to your family and Meet the Grams. Jesus Christ.
You lied about the only artist that can offer you some help. Fuck a rap battle. This a long life battle with yourself.
I thought Kendrick was supposed to die, Drake. Nope. Because what does Kendrick Lamar do? He drops the best song of history Saturday. The day after he stepped on Family Matters, he drops the best song, the best diss song, the best song in history. Not Like Us.
You dead. You dead. Psst. I see dead people.
You said you're dead. And Kendrick Lamar said, psst, I see dead people.
Bro. the more you go back and connect these two, you start to see a whole bunch. They was really bad. That's why I said this is one of the best battles of all time. This probably is the best battle of all time. Because even though obviously Kendrick won, I still think that Drake has some subliminals in there that they were rebuttaling back and forth. This would, if they was on stage, this would have been a classic battle. Like Kendrick would have won because if they go in 3 rounds, Drake has first round would be push-ups, and then Euphoria, obviously Kendrick wins, and the second round would be there was a technicality, so they would take out, so it would be Meet the Grams. Family Matters, and then another thing too, like they would have took out 616 LA, but Family Matters and what's the name? Meet the Grams. For me, Meet the Grams. A lot of people think Family Matters is better. I think Meet the Grams is better. And then obviously Heart Part 6 and Heart Part 6 and Not Like Us. And we already know what's going on with that one. So it's crazy.
He literally rebutted everything. He even put Family Matters in Not Like Us.
The family matter and the truth of the matter. Here was God's plan to show y'all the liar.
And I'm like, what is going on that he knows every single move you make, everything you do? Kendrick Lamar knows. He called you the best song in history, called you a colonizer, an opportunist, a sex trafficker, a master manipulator. We can't forget
A minor.
Where would he get that idea? Might be day free. A minor. I'm like, he even beating you.
My boy, I said, bro, Kendrick really out here rebuttaling. He said, what you mean? I said, that part right there when he said A minor, that's because he said day free. He was like, man, that's a reach. I was like, nah, look. He said day free and he said A minor. Like, yo, like, he said, oh yeah, I get you. I see what you said now. I'm like, yeah, yo, like, this is crazy.
On the notes, he even can hold a note better than you, Drake. And what did you follow up with? You followed up with the second sorriest diss song of all time, because the first one is J. Cole.
I'm hesitant, I love my brother, but I'm not gonna lie. I try to jab my nigga back, and I try to keep it friendly.
Why?
Ain't no diss song is gonna be over that apology diss song. That is.
What the fuck is this nigga talking about?
Yo, that is funny as hell. Oh my God.
Number 1.
First I was arrested, so where's the proof of the trial then? Where's the paperwork of the cabinet is filed?
What are you talking about? Another mistake. I have no clue why you keep mentioning this paperwork and this ratting. I have no clue where you got the information from. Your information is terrible. Kendrick Lamar never mentioned that. I just don't understand. Another mistake. Let's continue.
The ones that you getting your stories from, they all clowns.
And I just don't understand why you keep making mistakes. You made a mistake that was inside of another mistake. The information that Kendrick Lamar is getting his story from is all clowns, and here you go contradicting yourself.
Overcome with the desperation. We plotted for a week and then we fed you the information.
So the people that gave Kendrick Lamar the information is all clowns, but it happened to be your people. So the people that you around are all clowns.
Yo, oh my God, bro. When I first heard that part, I said, wait a minute. Because at first I listened to it because I like the beat a lot. So I listened to it. Then I came back and I said, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Did he just say that he plotted for a week and fed them the information, but then he said that they all the dudes you got it from, they all clowns? So wait a minute, you and your team must be clowns because y'all was the one that gave them the information. Come on, bro. Did you think this out? Oh my God.
This Epstein angle was the shit I expected.
Another mistake. And it's kind of scary too. You said Epstein angle. What Epstein? Why would you say Epstein? Kendrick Lamar said Weinstein.
Him and Weinstein should get fucked up in a cell for the rest of their life.
He said Weinstein and you mentioned Epstein. So I'm trying to figure out why would you say Epstein? You have more skeletons in the closet, Drake. Another mistake.
That's that one record where you say you got molested. Oh, fuck me. I just made the whole connection.
Another mistake. He didn't say that. You just grasping for straws. You just trying to manifest. So that's kind of dangerous too, Drake. Yeah, but that's dangerous trying to just.
Oh, fuck me. Really? Ooh. Bruh.
Manifest something out of thin air. Just grab something and just turn into anything. That's dangerous. That's like you a freaking mutant or something. Another mistake. He didn't say that. He said that they didn't believe him when he said his cousin didn't do it. They didn't believe him. And here you go just grasping for straws. Because you knew you was losing. Terribly. Every which way, every angle. So you try to find anything to talk about. Truth or not. Continue.
I don't want to dish you anymore. This really got me second guessing. You trying to let this shit die down? Nah.
You dug your own hole and you made sure that hole was spiraling. You dug it like a spinny hole. You dug your own hole when you were spiraling. You just said in previous records, previous disses, we don't want you to die down. Want you to drop. You try to let it die down. Stop. Don't let it die down. See it through. And when Kendrick Lamar saw it through, now you want to be like, I don't want this you no more. It was your mistake. It was your mistake. You let Tupac.
Dude, he really did say that. I don't want this shit no more, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, no more, bro. I don't want this shit no more, man. I'm tired of this. I don't know. Bro.
Talk to freaking Kendrick Lamar. He went crazy. You said Kendrick drop. You told Kendrick that you don't want him to let it die down. And when he did it, when he put his pedal to the metal, no pun intended, what do? You fold, you back out. I don't want this you no more. I bet you had to find one way to put in there like, yo, I'm done. I'm sorry. I'm waving the white flag. I don't want this you no more. Another mistake. Continue.
If I was fucking young girls, I promise I'd have been arrested.
It's just don't stop. It's just don't stop. Paint the narrative how you want. Hey, Drake, we not slow. We not dumb. We seen you on stage kissing a 17-year-old. We seen the Millie Bobby, I miss you so much, text messages. 14-year-old Millie Bobby. We seen that, whatever that girl was who was 16 years old and you end up dating her at 18. You do date young girls. What are you talking about? We not slow. You think we dumb? You think we dumb. Mistakes. Continue.
Stop buying views and buy comments. You may as well keep...
Another mistake. Stop everything that Drake says. Stop buying views. I got more numbers than you. I do more numbers than you. I don't listen to no teenager. Every word that he made, every angle he made, it literally just goes back in full circle. We already know that you was out there buying views. They already said about the Nokia thing.
In 7 days, they gave us a budget to pay out their audience, pay out clippers and UGC creators to just make content like around the album, anything related. So we're paying 70 cents per 1,000 views for UGC creators to make like videos reacting to it, lip syncing, dancing.
And you guys basically created like the Nokia trend.
Yeah, it's cooking right now.
Album dropping soon. No wonder you turn a clout chaser instead of doing hard labor.
This is just another mistake. Album dropping soon. When did it drop? When did it drop? When did your album drop? You talk about it forever. The Party album took how long to drop? You was talking about it forever. You said Kendrick Lamar was clout chasing, knowing your album about to drop. When did it drop? Kendrick Lamar dropped GNX in November before the Party album. Before the Party album that dropped in February. You took forever for the album to drop. How was he clout chasing? Kendrick was doing the hard labor. Kendrick had all the songs ready for you. That was hard labor. No ghostwriters. That's hard labor. Another mistake.
You know, at least your fans are getting some raps out of you. I'm happy I can motivate you.
We're gonna end it there. All that, I'm happy I motivated you to get back in the ring and all this other stuff. Did you not see all your mistakes? All your mistakes in hindsight is the reason why this is your ultimate downfall. He said, number-wise, I'm out of here. You not freaking creeping up. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, Drake, did you see what you did to yourself when it came to the numbers? Why Kendrick Lamar even outdid the person that was only based on numbers? All you had to be you was numbers, and Kendrick Lamar even outdid you in that department. Every song you dropped had less views than what Kendrick was dropping. Euphoria blows all your views out the water. Family Matters was your best song. Family Matters lost to Meet the Grams in the views department on YouTube and on Spotify. It's some sick people out there that got freaking Meet the Grams over Family Matters. You lost in everything that had to do with numbers. About the views, the charts, you had no number ones that whole year. Kendrick Lamar had 30 weeks. Kendrick Lamar was 30 weeks at number one on the Hot 100. He had 30 weeks of being number one in the Hot 100. You had no number one songs of all of 2024, Drake. You lost the number-wise, I'm out of here. You was out of here, out of your mind. This GNX album dropped. It did more numbers than your album. It hit number one more times than your album. You lost in every freaking category. You did all that name dropping. Taylor Swift, SZA, YG, Whitney, Dave Free, Top Dog, and it all backfired on you. Whitney was in the video. Dave Free was in the video. Top Dog was in his video. YG was at his concert, probably also in the video. LeBron James was against you too. How many people? Taylor Swift was dancing at the Grammys. SZA is going.
Bro, this is crazy. All he's saying is 100% facts.
On tour with Kendrick, sold out. You all the numbers, the tours are sold out. The album got more units sold than you. The album hit the top 100 more than you. The Billboard 200 is number one more than you. The views, all the numbers, all the views are all more than you. You lost in every category. And you try to act unbothered. The people was against you. What the culture was feeling. You tried to do the divide and conquer by putting Dave Free and Whitney and do all this nonsense. It didn't work. They was on Kendrick's side. But Kendrick Lamar did divide and conquer to you. He said he has people over here working for him and you over here on stage looking for sympathy.
You're going to come to a point in life where people you thought were friends or people you thought were close to you.
I gotta pause it because I see people get copyright strike because of that.
They might switch up. They might try and move funny with you.
You tried to seem unbothered. You tried to make music that was not hitting. Nobody cared about this. Or this. There is no accents you can sell me. Every step of the way, you failed miserably. You tried to be unbothered. You asked for this. And Kendrick Lamar remembered. You said that you don't care about moments. Kendrick Lamar was a moment. Now he gave you a A minor. He gave you a song that's going to last a lifetime. Now you got to deal with eternal suffering. You got.
That's true. All right, man, I'm going to end it there, man. Oh, my God, bro. Hey, man, listen, I ain't going to do too much talking. Thank y'all for joining me. I know this was a long episode, but it was worth it. That was a funny one, man. That was a funny one. All right, man, y'all have yourself a good evening, good morning, or good night, whichever one it is. You know what I mean? I'll see y'all around. Peace. Bye.